All right. I've already been introduced, so won't waste time with that. This is the important part. If you'd like to participate in this open mic, virtual open mic opportunity, there's a little more challenges than I run one all the time in person, and they're a lot less challenging. If you want to participate, you need to raise your virtual hand, and that may be accomplished by going to the reactions icon at the bottom right side of your Zoom screen. Click on reactions, look for the raised hand options, and then click on that. The virtual hand will remain up until you remove it. I think everybody's got that. We're going to try to get as many people to read as possible. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that, I've got 5 screens. So I'm just going to go through as many people as I can and go to the next screen with the people who have their raised hands. And after you, when you're called, obviously you want to unmute yourself. When you finish, mute yourself back and then lower your virtual hand. So I guess we might as well get started. Here are my two entries, and I would strongly suggest that we either do 2 poems each, twice, or 4 poems total, so that as many people who want to participate can. So if we're ready, here we go. Here are my 2 entries for today. New moon, still head over heels with the old one. New moon, still head over heels with the old one. Failure to make ends meet, spring bikini. Failure to make ends meet, string bikini. Thank you. I guess Michael Relling, you're up next, brother.
Okay. Nothing less than what it is. Wind through the window. Nothing less than what it is. Wind through the window. And I lost my other one. It goes so well with poetry. Slipshod prose. It goes so well with poetry. Slipshod prose. That's it.
Michael, you're muted.
We could walk now. Well, we could walk now.
Okay. We're hearing some sounds from somebody.
Michael's muted and somebody else is clomping across the floor.
Judson Evans, you're up next.
Thank you. Rattlesnake Roundup, bearing fangs over a martini glass. Body of the crab after the seagulls for disarming questions.
Janice Doppler.
Near the edge where music lives, an oboe. Near the edge where music lives, an oboe. That one was in Modern Haiku. Steeping tea, the changing scent of steam. Steeping tea, the changing scent of steam. And that one was in Frog Pond.
Helen Ogden, you're up next.
Is it me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
sorry, I was muted. This first, neither one of them is published. This one's in reference to David Lenou's talk this morning. So little rides upon a rusted wheelbarrow, wet with rain. So little rides upon a rusted wheelbarrow, wet with rain. And second one, letting go the early rumble of the garbage truck. Letting go the early rumble of the garbage truck. Thank you.
Thank you. Margie Gustafson.
Hello, I'm Margie Gustafson. This following haiku was just published in Trout Swirl this week. Opening night, stargazer lilies steal the show. The next one was also published in Trout Swirl. She loves me not. Petals in the void. The next one is unpublished. Fossils in sandstone, leafing through my old high school yearbook. And finally, crosses on the lawn. During the eulogy, butterfly floats by. Thank you.
Thank you. Jeff Pope.
All right, reading here from Paducah, Kentucky. And these were both selected by Michael Reeling in Failed Haiku, and a compliment to the session earlier on alcohol and alcoholism. Drunk on verse, he staggers off another stanza. Drunk on verse, he staggers off another stanza. Wine nouns, bourbon verbs, your tipsy words. Wine nouns, bourbon verbs, your tipsy words.
Very nice. Thank you. Anna Cates, I believe.
Yes, I'm going to read a 4-coup sequence titled Scratch and Sniff Coup. And this was originally published in Mock Turtle, and it's in my collection Love in the Time of COVID, which came out in 2021. Green fields glisten with dew. Strawberry. A feral dog tracks through the mist. Wildflowers. A grackle sings on a broken branch. Pine needles. Crickets serenade the starlight. Fresh rain.
Thank you, Anna. Dr. Vera. Be sure to unmute yourself. There you go.
Okay. So this one was selected for published 2017 anthology HSA. Lotuses laugh, bathing in the moonlight, all color bleached. Lotuses laugh, bathing in the moonlight, all color bleached. And I have one more that's not published. I thought sorry, I probably lost it. Okay, I think I have it. Doves nuzzle beak to beak. Sun eavesdropping, morning mist.
Thank you. Agnes?
Hi. All right, this first one's from the Cold Moon Journal. Maples ablaze, the road descends into Beethoven. Maples ablaze, the road descends into Beethoven. And the second one is from Heron's Nest. Prairie, listening for the rattle of my fears. Prairie, listening for the rattle of my fears. Thank you.
Next up, Margaret Tao, is that correct?
Yes, that's right. Thank you. The first haiku was published in Haiku Society of America 2022 Members Anthology. Age spots. Finally, the freckles she's always wanted. age spots. Finally, the freckles she's always wanted. And the second one was published a few days ago by Haiku Universe. Another school shooter blew it away. Baby's breath. Another school shooter blew it away. Baby's breath. Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret. And I know it's not Kathleen, so it's Richard.
I actually have some translations for 2 Japanese poems that I really like. Saotome ya yogorenu mono wa utabakari. Young women planting rice. The only thing not muddied is their song. So young women planting rice. The only thing not muddied is their song. Second one, that was by Konishi Raizan. And Kokyo, Inazuma ya fukete hanayagu ona no koe. Lightning flash. As night deepens, a woman's voice grows cheerful. Lightning flash. As night deepens, a woman's voice grows cheerful. Okay, thank you.
Mimi Ahern.
Thanks, Michael. The first one's from Heron's Nest. My daughter threads it, as I did for my mother. Fading autumn light. And the second one from Tiny Words. Waning moon. Those who talk about it, those who don't. Thank you.
Sean.
You caught me out there. I was enjoying it. I fell asleep. Not in, I was just in a trance. It's beautiful. So I have 2 pieces. One is from my collection, Let Silence Speak. It's Goat Droppings on Every Pellet, the Autumn Sun. Goat droppings on every pellet, the autumn sun. And I'd like to read one in Japanese as well, actually, from Busan. I just love the rhythm. Nano hana ya, tsuki wa higashi ni, hi wa nishi ni. Rapeseed field, the moon in the east, the sun in the west. Nano hana ya, tsuki wa higashi ni, hi wa nishi ni. Thank you.
Nick Klozanski.
Yeah, I'm going to read 4 from Barbara Snow, who's in Oregon. So bristlecone pine, such a long life with so few choices. Lantern light, the river slips through our fence. White lilacs, beyond our grasp, the Milky Way. Wall to wall, the spider's imagination.
Thanks, Nick. And now, Michael Nichols' Wisdom.
Okay, these 2 are unpublished. A wild thing, this big hailstone in my hand gets smaller. Want these read twice or once or what?
It's up to you. You can read 2 twice or 4 separate.
Okay, a wild thing, this big hailstone in my hand gets smaller. Portal to a different sky, robin's egg. Portal to a different sky, robin's egg.
Teresa Church.
I'm going to read 2 from Haiku Forum. The first is Green Light. Red convertible stalls in traffic. Green light, red convertible stalls in traffic. And the second, Labor Day, our cook stove stops working. Labor Day, our cook stove stops working.
Thank you. Cody Huddleston.
I'm going to read two. The first was published in Suridoro and the second in Scarlet Dragonfly. Wildflower moon, let's do and say we didn't. Wildflower moon, let's do and say we didn't. Petrified wood, a polished slice of my childhood. Petrified wood, a polished slice of my childhood. Thank you.
Thank you, Cody. June Ketanuma.
Yes, I'm going to read two haikus. The first one, the fluctuating sky longs for a sturdy rainbow. The fluctuating sky longs for a sturdy rainbow. The second one, I'm trying to, do some like onomatopoeia, like, the tick kind of things in English. So it's trek, petal footprints, spring stroll. Trek, petal footprints, spring stroll. Thank you.
Thank you. Susan.
Susan Rogers? Maybe that's me. Okay, can you hear me?
It only says Susan, so that's
Okay,
you.
that's probably me. Yeah, okay. So the first one is from Haiku Dialogue, the Monaku edition. Just after rain, the silvering. Just after rain, the silvering. And the second one is unpublished from a ginkgo at Peck Park with Deborah Kology and Becky Reese. Moaning in Peck Park. Is it the couple kissing or geese? Moaning in Peck Park. Is it the couple kissing or geese?
And miraculously back from the dead, Jeff Hoagland.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but I'm glad to be here.
Me too.
All right, this is from Hedgerow. It's that time of year here too. So having our way in the dark, fireflies. Having our way in the dark, fireflies. And from Wild Graces 7, Sleepless by Choice, frog song. Sleepless by Choice, frog song.
Thanks, Jeff. And now Jeff Whitehall, is that right? Waltall. I think I mispronounced your name, sorry.
There. Is that on?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The first one is, I'm not sure exactly what it is since I'm sort of new to this, but choking dust, rodeo clown, tired of this bull. Choking dust, rodeo clown, tired of this bull. And the second one is, my dog, to keep the peace, pretends we are equals. My dog, to keep the peace, pretends we are equals. So there you have it.
Thank you. I might remind you all who have already read to lower your virtual hand. If we have enough time, we can go all around again. But I see a lot of people's hands still up that have already read. Next up, oh, here's the sweets. Everything's changing. I think it, oh boy, here we go. It's like a video poker game, man. Oh, you people are going in different spots now. That makes it easier. Joan Roberts, I believe you're up next.
Hi, and thank you. I'm located in beautiful British Columbia, Victoria. And yeah, hi, Chuck. And I'm really, really excited about two things. First of all, This community is so specifically in tune with now. And secondly, everybody has such a beautiful open heart. I'm going to read two poems, and the first one was published in Haiku Canada Review. Hearts and flowers embossed on life, his. Hearts and flowers embossed on life, his. And the second one was published in the Red Moon Press a few years back. Excuse my crinkly voice. Oh God, the word crinkle is in this poem. Leaves crinkle beneath his feet, starlight. Leaves crinkle beneath his feet, starlight. Thank you.
Thank you. Kate Jones.
Thank you. The first one is, I'm blanking, hold on. Oh shoot, okay. Green grass at Christmas, each blade jabbing memory. Who will save us now? Green grass at Christmas, each blade jabbing memory. Who will save us now? The second one is, let's see. Spooning, we sigh twice. Love radiates out, melts falling snow. Spooning, we sigh twice. Love radiates out, melting, falling snow. Thanks.
Thank you. Lisa.
Hello, everyone from Silverton, Oregon. And I just want to say I love hearing all of your poems so much. This is so wonderful. I have two new poems for you today. Love Lost. Oh no, sorry, erase that. Lost love, the hammock's net imprinted on her skin. Lost love, the hammock's net imprinted on her skin. And the second one, a whole year to forget, Forsythia. A whole year to forget, Forsythia. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. Up next, Mr. Chuck Brickley.
Thank you, Michael. I've been writing a lot of backyard poems through the pandemic. Clover blossoms. A bumblebee bounces off its buzzes. Foxglove. A bumblebee bounces off a bumblebee backing out. I enjoyed hearing that. I'm sorry I missed the alcohol and haiku session earlier today, but it made me think of one that's coming out in Hedgerow. Midnight Pub. The logger stumbles back in with a snowball. And the last poem, the age spots I heard earlier was so lovely. It made me think of this one. Age spots. A fistful of sand sifting back to sand. Thank you.
Very nice. Ms. Jeannie Nakano.
Unmute.
Yep, you're still mute.
Okay.
Hey,
Hi,
you got it.
I'm from Gardena, California. And my first one is, I just wrote it a while ago and it's unpublished. When it rains, eagles fly above the clouds. When it rains, eagles fly above the clouds. And this was in Alan Summers' website. Under a canopy of redwood trees, my spine unfurls. Under a canopy of redwood trees, my spine unfurls. And artichoke, we share our secrets. Artichoke, we share our secrets. And last one was in David Lenoy's Renku. Is that okay? Can I read it, David?
Yeah, but my name's Lenu. It rhymes with canoe.
I'm sorry, David. Okay, so mother pushes me out of the womb, spring breeze. Mother pushes me out of the womb, spring breeze. Namaste.
Thank you. Mr. Steve Bear, next.
I have two to read. The first was on the Haiku P podcast, read by Patricia McGuire, whose reading voice is much better than mine, but anyway. Morning grayscale, the time between last dark and first light. Morning grayscale, the time between last dark and first light. And I have a second one that's unpublished because I just wrote it today while going for a walk on a gravel path during the lunch break. Granite resolve, the crushed path of gravel. Granite resolve, the crushed path of gravel. Thank you.
Thank you. Ray, is that right? You're still muted. There you go.
Pretty new to haiku. This is the first time I've read to anybody other than my cat and my husband. The
reader.
Pardon me?
They're always a gentle reader to read to your cats.
The elderly man with dust bowl memories reaches for the rusted seat. The elderly man with dust bowl memories reaches for the rusted seat. And then a second one, the crook of a survivor fur, nestlings, woven lines of brown and black. The crook of a survivor fur with barred owl nestlings, woven lines of brown and black. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Randy Brooks.
Thank you. I'm going to read 3 recently written haiku that have not been published. The first one is Picked a Peony from Mama, Memorial Day. And the second one is because I'm retiring as an administrator, a dean at Millikan University. And so everybody asked me, what are you going to do? Where are you going to go? So this is my haiku answer. Where am I in this beach novel? Dog-eared pages. And the third one goes back to Memorial Day. Not everyone served with a gun. Memorial Day mother.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you, Randy. Pearl.
Hi, thanks. I'm going to read 2. The first one from my chapbook, Not Quite Dawn, came out a couple of years ago. Scent of cold in his old sweater. Scent of cold in his old sweater. And the other one just got accepted from the 2021 Haiku North America anthology. Music from Catgut. How you touch me just there. Music from Catgut. How you touch me just there. Thanks for everyone's poems. This is great.
Thank you, Pearl. Sue Courtney.
Hello. Thank you so much for welcoming me to the HSA conference. I find the online haiku community just wonderful. I got up at us to this morning to join in. I'm from New Zealand, and I'm going to read you 2 haiku that were published in number 8 Wire, the 4th New Zealand Haiku Anthology. Cycling home, a crescent moon winks as I cross the bridge. Cycling home, a crescent moon winks as I cross the bridge. And the other one, which I'll put a piece of paper in, nightcap, the moon rises half empty. Nightcap, the moon rises half empty. Thank you.
Thank you, Sue. And now Mr. David Lenu.
Okay, these are both unpublished, but rejected by one of the finest haiku magazines. After 12 years of graduate study, Baroque. After 12 years of graduate study, Baroque. And December sunset, the cheese stands alone. December sunset, the cheese stands alone.
Great. Love it. Dennis Sullivan.
Thank you. These are unpublished. Spring hike, deep in the woods, a cluster of poppies. Hollywood summer, plants in pots on empty porches. Texas heat, the zoo penguins are kept cold. Waves chase them back up the shore, summer tourists. Thank you.
Thank you. Jacob D. Salzer.
Thanks. I'd like to read 2 haiku by George Klozanski. It's in a new anthology I published and edited called Desert Rain. Cleaning trout, still trying to say something. Fish feeding, water rings expand into each other. And there's this one by the late haiku poet Martha Magenta, also in Desert Rain. Reincarnation, each raindrop lost at sea. Thanks.
Thank you, Jacob. Alice Mallory.
Hi, from Ashland, Oregon. These are unpublished except for on Facebook on NaHaWriMo, which is moderated by Michael Dillon Welch. Across the interstate, mountains veiled in clouds, the view from our window. Through car window, local color on the street, homeless beneath cherry tree. Indoor, outdoor cat, rainy days and Sundays always bring him in. Our last goodbye before hospice. Then you were gone. Thank you.
Thank you, Alice. Mr. Charles Harmon.
Yes, sir. Great to be here with so many wonderful poets from all over the world. I'm from Southern California. Memento Mori, as if we needed.
Okay for NaHaWriMo?
Yeah.
Huh?
Good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Need to have
try that again.
Alice.
Okay, Memento Mori, as if we needed another reminder. Memento Mori, as if we needed another reminder. Damn waste of light, sun shining all day when we need it after dark. Damn waste of light, sun shining all day when we need it after dark. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles. Joel Meyer.
Thank you. I have 2 here. One is an ode to tater tots,
and the other to a couple of photographers that I noticed flitting around an event I was at just recently. So Tots, a starchy treat. Seasoned, cheesy with ketchup, fill our mouths with joy. Tots, a starchy treat. Seasoned, cheesy with ketchup, fill our mouths with joy. And this is the photographer haiku. Photographers flit like dragonflies on the wind, shutterbugs in flight. Photographers flit like dragonflies on the wind, shutterbugs in flight. Thank you.
Let's see, Annette Cheney, excuse me.
Hello. I want to thank the Haiku Society for their mentorship program. And I'm going to read two of my poems from the anthology. A naughty burl from a bruised tree, the burnished bowl. A naughty burl from a bruised tree, the burnished bowl. The murmured wish, 1,000 paper cranes hang by a string. The murmured wish, 1,000 paper cranes hang by a string. Thank you.
Thank you. Maxine Berger.
Hi, it's Maxiane. The A is invisible. I apologize. There's a major haiku poet in France named Dominique Chipot. And I'm going to read one haiku that was in his journal, L'Ours Dansant. I'm going to read the same one 3 times, once in English, once in the French that it was published in, and then again in English. 98.6, the warmth of his hand reassures me. 37 degrés, sa main chaleureuse me rassure. 98.6, the warmth of his hand reassures me. Thanks.
Thank you. Let's see. I'm surprised here. We may, Cindy Lloyd, I think you're next.
Hi, thank you. This first one is from A Charm of Finches, which is the new members anthology for the Southwest Region Haiku Society of America. Fishing line, the children tangle their story. Fishing line, the children tangle their story. And the second one is from Modern Haiku. His suicide, last year's hollyhock growing in a different place. His suicide, last year's hollyhock growing in a different place. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, let's see here. Now, what do? We got some people with their hands up that have already read, and I don't want to miss anybody who hasn't read. So I'm looking for hands out there that I haven't seen before. It's very unusual that you get through an open mic and everybody gets to read that wanted to read. If we,
I'll read a couple, Michael.
Excellent. Go ahead.
Advanced research. Pigeon droppings dot scholar's pad. Advanced research. Pigeon droppings dot scholar's pad. Junkies nod across cold concrete, November wind. Junkies nod across cold concrete, November wind. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm really surprised that I don't see all these people that I recognize their name do not have their hand raised and indication that they would like to read. So we might as well, we've got, oh my gosh, about 20, 38, 39, 40, 5-6 minutes. If someone else would like to read and or.
Oh, I could read.
Capella.
Yeah.
Happy to hear you read.
Okay. I wanted to read one that connects with Jeannie's. The one that Jeannie read just now from her Renge with David. This one was just published in Brass Bell, and it was Labyrinth. It's one line. Labyrinth. Now I remember the night I was born.
Wow.
And then here's one that connects with a Renge that Kate and I were starting to write. And it's not in there. I don't think it's part of it. But in her verse where she started, she was saying how she doesn't recognize the birds, but they make her smile, the sound of the birds. So this comes, and this will be the second one. I won't read another one. This one reminds me of the first time I heard Ruth, who does the bird songs. Ruth, yeah. Well,
Ruth Yarrow.
Ruth Yarrow. And she gave a talk, and she knows how to imitate all the birds and what they are. And so I do this, and when she was talking, I did this. Drawing the shapes of birdsong. Drawing the shapes of birdsong. Because it's a way you can note what you hear without knowing how to imitate the bird call like she does. And I did it during her lecture on my notes in my journal. Thank you.
You're welcome. Gary, did you want to read? You have your virtual hand up.
Yeah.
Great.
All right. Endless summer. My sandcastle has no address. Last light, I steal a word from another poet.
I see Terry French. Hi, Terry.
Hi, I just found the hand.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm just kind of scrolling on my phone and seeing what turns up. It might be good, it might not be.
These are all great. Don't worry about it.
Nah. I should have this, right? Leaf fall. So what if this is all there is? City glow, migrating vireos, lose the moon. That's two.
Okay. I'll play you for more. Wilda, would you like to read? Your hands up?
Okay, I'll read from the Mentor Haiku anthology. The first one, fishing on Little Green Lake, a big catch of sunlight. Fishing on Little Green Lake, a big catch of sunlight. The other one is sunset on the fairway, a doe nibbles a divot. Sunset on the fairway, a doe nibbles a divot. Thank you.
Thank you. Richard Mata.
Sure. Well, since Mike's here, I'll read a couple from Failed Haiku. M&Ms, the red ones, feared again. M&Ms, the red ones, feared again. A warm pecan pie on her cool porch, the cracked fence. A warm pecan pie on her cool porch, the cracked fence. Thanks.
Let's see, do I haven't seen anybody else here? I may be forced to read a couple more. That'll get some hands up.
Ignatius's hand is up.
Okay, go.
All right. I got a very pale hand and it fades into the background. Polarizing lens. She refuses to see my point of view. Close-ups of girls with grainy complexions. Romance comics. And I'll read one more about comics. Spring Equinox. Spending birthday money on comics. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ignatius. Well, here's a couple. I'll kill a minute, I guess. In a land where cash is king, pickled pig's feet. In a land where cash is king, pickled pig's feet. Daylight savings, no time like the present. Daylight savings, no time like the present. Come on, help me out, you guys. some more poems. Okay. Pippa, I see your hand up. You're on mute still. There you go.
Is a tanka okay?
Sure. Heck yeah.
Awesome. I'll do a tanka. This one was published in Cold Moon Journal and was recently accepted to the Dwarf Star anthology. So here goes. The octopus dreams of the fisherman's wife, her second skin slipping off so easily. That's it.
No, well, thank you. I liked it for what it's
Thank
worth.
you.
Joyce Holgate.
These are from Haiku, an anthology of Japanese poems that Stephen Addis put together. The first one's by Taijo. How warm the shadows of withered trees stretching out their arms. How warm the shadows of withered trees stretching out their arms. The next is by Fusei. There's nothing he doesn't know. The cat on the stove. There's nothing he doesn't know. The cat on the stove.
All right, let's see. Looking for some volunteers. It's almost like the service. Am I missing somebody that has their hand up that hasn't read?
Jill Lang and Michael Dylan Welch.
Excellent. Jill, you want to go first? Ladies first, and then Michael. Jill, you out there? Where are you, Jill?
Jill, you're muted.
I thought it just unmuted. Okay, hear me now?
Yes, you're good.
Okay, I have two, I can read three actually, I guess. First one's from Blue Outlier, published this year. Cutting back the old cedar, a blue jay's scold. Cutting back the old cedar, a blue jay's scold. Another from Brass Bell. This morning too, Mama dancing with Frank Sinatra. This morning too, Mama dancing with Frank Sinatra. And one more from Heron's Nest, one-liner. Blues music of the night train winding through the valley. Blues music of the night train winding through the valley.
Excellent. Thank you, Jill. Michael, Dylan Welch.
Hello, everyone. I'll read one poem and I'll read it just once. Letting the moon into your lungs, the bullet hole.
Wow.
That's profound. All right. Well, we have 1 minute left. Let's see. Pick a bad poem unless somebody else wants to read. Going once, going twice.
Teresa Cancro and Deborah and Nick have their hands raised.
Okay. I can't see all the screens at once, so I appreciate your help. Who was first, you say?
Teresa Cancro and then a Deborah, then Nick
Teresa,
again.
would you like to go now?
Okay, I have two poems. The first one was in Creatrix number 35. Winter sunset. At the bottom of the box, bits of crayon. Winter sunset. At the bottom of the box, bits of crayon. And the second one is a poem that was in Mayfly. I believe it was 2018. Grandpa's watch, the face and hands I've never known. Grandpa's watch, the face and hands I've never known. Thank you very much.
Most welcome. We have, I think it looks like on the clock, if I'm right, Ignatius, time for at least one more.
I think so.
All right, one more and call it a wrap.
So I've got a short
Deborah
one.
has
This is
her hand
Deborah. I'm going to jump in.
Good.
This is going to be published soon, and I'm blanking on who accepted it. My apologies. Bits of a robin's eggshell, broken sky. Bits of a robin's eggshell, broken sky. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Well, you've all been a wonderful crowd. Thank you for your kindness to me. It's harder than it looks, folks.